psychic intellect and made you my puppet.
It's a bullseye! And here's your host, Jim Boyd!
Perhaps today is a good day to die. Prepare for running speed!
Sir, there's another starship coming in. It's the Enterprise.
Your shoulder bone connected to you. Neck bone, your neck bone connected to you. Head bone, now hear the word of the Lord. Them bones gonna walk around.
Take a base of action. Green group, skip across the holding sector of each other.
Admiral, we have enemy ships in Sector 47.
It's a trap.
.007 Triple X.
Bond, what do you think you're doing?
Keeping the British end up, sir.
Nobody does.
Sorry if I scared you. You'll like this bit.
Yes, indeed, good evening, Carl. Good morning. I see Atty Tree is not happy with my cat for destroying my chair. You know, he's a little kitty. You know, what's that fun? What can I do? Like, what am I going to say? Oh, yeah, you did that on purpose. No, it's a cat. What do you want out of me? It's only things, right? That's basically where I am on a lot of stuff now. It's only stuff. Man, my life has so totally changed this year. It's been a very, very, very good year for me. What was I going to do? Yeah, no, I got the date of my Jewish divorce today, which is next Wednesday, right? July 8th. July 8th, I got to be at the rabbinical court at 10 in the morning. It'll probably take about 4 hours. They're supposed to be really nasty to the women there, which I really don't like, frankly. Right? I used to be on a Jewish divorce court when I lived in Miami. I've signed on hundreds of these Jewish divorces these get. So I got some experience in this. I just hope they're not too shitty. My wife's actually doing quite good. I don't see her, which is good for me, let me tell you. But like, she was out on Sabbath. Normally she's like a bit of a recluse. So, but I'm sure I saw her in synagogue. I just saw the back of her head. I'm pretty sure it was her on Friday night, and she was out again on Saturday day, which is again very, very unusual for her. I'm happy. Look, for my life is better if she's doing better. Right. Trouble is though, whenever she sees me, I like trigger her into every other time I trigger her into like extreme anger without by like not doing anything. All right. I mean, that's what happened at our secular divorce. That was last week. Yeah, man. Okay. But like, I guess it's just with me. So I'm really good. I think she's getting, what's the word I'm looking for? Shalem with it. Shalem means like, okay with it, with everything. I think she's pretty mad just that I own half the house. She's like really kind of steamed about that. But what can I tell you? I just do. I'm paid for it. So, I think I own half it. Anyway. But this is all working out very good for me because on Thursday, there's going to be no show on Thursday. Right, it's a fast day. This fast starts as in the morning at like I think 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, something like that, and goes through to sundown, which is about 10 past 8, right, which is 10 past 6 your time. So in the UK, so I will be like wibbled, but that starts a 3-week period of dark times for the Jews, right, and it gets. And observes that it gets more intense as time goes on. It really marks the beginning of the this 2,000-year exile we've been in, right? So the fast on this Thursday is commemorates when the Romans surrounded Jerusalem and laid siege to it, and then 3 weeks later, there's a much heavier fast that goes 25 hours. Right, goes from Wednesday night till Thursday day. It's like one of the biggest fasts of the year, which commemorates the destruction of the Jewish temple in Jerusalem a couple of thousand years ago, which is like the pinnacle of bad times for the Jews. So during this time, we don't engage in like business so much, try and avoid court cases, things like that, right? And in the last 9 days, you don't eat meat, you don't drink wine, right? And then the last day, yeah, you don't eat for 25 hours. You're not allowed to wear leather shoes. You're not really supposed to sit in a chair either. So there won't be a show on Thursday 3 weeks later either. But here's the thing, right? The incredible thing. They're just 1 week later, 6 days later, is called Tu B'Av, right? The 15th of the month of Av. And that's one of the happiest days of the year, where like, so you see like the energy invert. And like Tu B'Av is kind of like the Jewish Valentine's Day, that, it's when, they say when God makes a match between man and wife. It's the same level of miracles as splitting the Red Sea, right? Okay. Apparently with mine it was maybe it was more a bog than a sea. I don't know. It didn't work out that well in the end. But anyway, it's a very like Kabbalistic day, especially for one's love, right? One's love life. So I am hoping, right? Everybody says don't ask anybody out the minute you do the Jewish divorce, which would be my instinct, right? Let it sit with it for a week, sit with it 2, however long you can sit with it, the better, right? So this is great because I wouldn't ask anybody out. We're going to be 1 week into the 3 weeks, and I wouldn't ask anybody out during that time because I don't want to go badly, quite frankly. And so I would wait till after that. Now 2 days after the fast day, which will be Saturday night, starts, is my birthday. Again, a very kabbalistically what's the word? Not prominent, a very kabbalistic potential time for one personally, right? So again, there's this woman that I like, right? I've known her for years, right? And I think she's interested in me. I don't know. That seems to be the vibe I got. I might be completely wrong, but Saturday night, that's when I'll ask her out. Right, and if she says, I give it like a 60-70% chance she'll say yes, right? And if she says yes, I'll set the date for the 15th, which is Tu B'Av, which I think is that Tuesday, right? That Tuesday. I guess that kind of like flows nicely, in the Kabbalistic, was it Kabbalistic? What's the word I'm looking for? The Kabbalistic taste of the days to come, right? So yeah, I think it's all good. I'm kind of blown away that we got here already, right? Like, okay, and I'm actually really, really happy about it. And so, good news there. What else can I think to say about it? Okay, if this either way, my next year is going to be a bit of a state of change because I got to have this surgery, right? I got a massive hernia, like that big, right? I've been like putting it off for about 10, 15 years. Like, no, I'm going to take care of it, right? So I got that coming, and I'm losing weight, right? And again, if this woman's not interested, then I'll take a year to have the surgery, lose weight. I'll carry on living like this, which is pretty darn good. Let me tell you, pretty darn good. And I'll start dating then. After I got all that stuff sorted out. But if she's into it, then it's okay. We'll find out. Don't worry, I'll let you know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I've been watching. I've done a rewatch of House of the Dragon. I guess it was season 2. It was a bit confusing because I saw episode 3 of season 1 last week, and it's like the differing timelines of like who, what there. And I have to tell you, I like Game of Thrones. I would rewatch Game of Thrones and just stop at the end of season 5, right? Even though I know it goes to shit, I would just stop at it because it's good stuff, right? It's good stuff. Anyway, I was watching House of the Dragon, and I was like trying to work out what the deal is with the dragons, right? They come from old Valyria, right? Which is a highly technologically advanced society, which somehow imploded and died, right? And this family, the Targaryens, that had dragons, they were one of the few survivors, right, from that from Valyria. Now the dragons are like really wild and powerful and dangerous beasts, but they also will respond if you have the right bloodline. And if you talk to them in Valyrian, they're like, it's sort of, right? They'll kind of listen to you most of the time. It's kind of like Doctor Who and the TARDIS, sort of, right? So I was just thinking, how did this happen? And I was thinking maybe there was all these different kinds of magical beasts that were created. And these were like the shittest ones. The ones that you couldn't really control very well, right? And were incredibly violent and dangerous. I thought, now that would be interesting, right? I like that plan, right? I like that idea. I'm going to see Supergirl tomorrow. Listen, honestly, it's getting panned. I don't really believe it, frankly, right? I just think people didn't want to like this movie starting out, and they just found reasons not like it. It's probably not a great, well, not say great. It probably does. It changes Supergirl a lot, right? Now, I also found Supergirl kind of a bland character. I think this Millie Alcock take on it is quite good. Also, I think this Millie Alcock girl is getting like shafted, right? They keep saying that she's doing like Rachel Zegler inhumanly awful stuff. It's not true at all. I'm sorry. I can only call it as I see it. Like, they say that she attacked Christians. I'm like, no. She was talking about the hate online. And then she said, and it's always from somebody like, Christian dad. Which I thought was a funny point. I don't think that was attacking Christians. I think she was commenting about situations. And then on the red carpet, she was asked, do you think she's gay? Do you think it's the LGBTQ representation? And she was just gracious and, yeah, why not? Maybe. I don't know. I really don't see her being the guffaw machine that she's portrayed to be. Right? I really don't. Although I will watch the movie tomorrow and I will tell you honestly what I think. Right? I think it's probably going to be okay. Right? That's why I think it's probably going to be okay. I don't think it's going to be like the greatest movie of all time, but I think it's probably going to be okay. That's my vibe. That's my take on it, right? That's where what I think is going to go down. But I'll find out. I will find out. As I said, I will let you know. Well, we've got to look at. We've got a few fun things. Hang on. Open up this. Doink. Oh, right. Fine. And Naxanar Fine is coming out next month. And it's going to be released onto YouTube, which is fine because I remember I backed it so I could watch it. Right. So I'm like, okay, I'm looking forward to watching it then, right? Yeah, look, there's a trailer for the premiere. Again, it's about a month today. Yeah, video file. Daisy's unconscious on the floor of my office over here. It's too hot, isn't it, Daisy?
This is a galaxy-wide transmission of the United Federation of Planets.
I guess they had to wait for this era of Star Trek to end to release this.
3 Klingon D7s penetrate deep inside Federation space, and the USS Artemis is destroyed with all hands.
The attacks.
Now, I have to tell you, I think the representation of the Klingons in Discovery, that first 8 episodes, was very clever and very inventive, and I really liked it. I liked the way they had this like very rich culture, and then they had kind of like a communist takeover, and that's when the D7s come, and they were much more boring than the original craft, right? So I thought that was good. I think it must be one of what's his name ideas before it was forced out. I can't remember the name of the guy.
All hands.
The attack sent a shiver through Starfleet. It was bold and brazen.
In war, execution is everything.
Yeah, but I can't say that about your makeup, darling. What the hell? Let's go back there.
In war, execution is everything.
Starfleet was in crisis mode. The new D7s were formidable. The Axanar battle plan was risky. We all knew it. We didn't have any choice.
I'm really looking forward to seeing this.
We had 97 ships, which we figured was more than the Klingons could bring to bear.
It looked like Garth's plan was right on the money. The lives lives of billions of Federation citizens rested in the
Right, he plays that Vulcan dude from Enterprise whenever he has the opportunity.
success of the Axanar battle plan.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that. I think that's pretty darn good, frankly. Now, people are wondering what's happening with Bond. Well, I have a bit of Bond for you to look at right now. Is this an advance copy of the new Bond to come? We will find out. But it looks very, very traditional, yet very original in the same way.
Can't slow down now. Kimi won't be impressed if I am late. Get in, Kimi. We need to head straight into the sea, where Dr. No Mandate has a secret base.
Dr. No Mandate must be stopped from unleashing mascara Marxism on our country.
He's going to release mascara Marxism on the country, mate. Yeah, I don't think you've got much choice there. Just to be clear, The Spy Love Me is the greatest James Bond movie ever.
And there's the Lashkov, Dr. No Mandate's secret base.
We're on His Majesty's secret eyelash service.
James Bond is approaching Pint Jaws. Do something!
Leave it with me, Dr. No Mandate.
Man, I love this skewing, what's his name? Farage.
It's Pint Jaws, Dr. No Mandate's lover. He needed a holiday. Dr. No Mandate.
It's good you can tell it's what's his name, the guy in charge of Labour without his hair.
I presume? It doesn't matter. I have a mandate from the Labour Party.
Time for a dinner date.
How dare they insult me in such a way? How dare they? No!
Well done, Kemi. It was Kemi, wasn't it?
It's Badenoch, Kemi Badenoch.
Okay. Oh, what is going to be with England? It's a shithole that you're not allowed air conditioning in. Holy shit, I didn't realize. Local councils make you take down air conditioning and put them into your own residence? Fuck me. That is dystopia. Right? That is just weird. And well, that's what they like, aren't they? Now, our dystopian leaders, they brought to us multiculturalism. Bringing people from other cultures to our fair lands. I don't think it's going well. I'll be fair. I don't think it's going well. Here's an example in France. Now, it's awfully hot in France as well. But, their new arrivals, they know how to keep cool in this hot weather, even though they're from, I don't know, sub-Saharan desert. But they know how to keep cool. Let me show you how.
Drink. La la la. Drink.
He's in the freezer. All that food there can't be sold now, right? It's all tainted.
La la la. La la la. Shimmy shimmy yeah, shimmy yeah, shimmy yeah. Drink. La la la.
Now, I know the tweet said it was a pair of refugee type people. It looks like a couple of kids to me. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. But this is how the Irish deal with multiculturalism. I think they've kind of lost their rag at this point, right? I think they kind of lost their rag.
What are you doing in the park, boys? You're out to be standing there smiling at my kids. What are you smiling at my kids for? What are you smiling at my kids for, me? Just want it. Get out of this park now. What are you looking at? Get the fuck out of this park now, mate. Do you understand me? Fucking staring at our kids.
Now, I actually found out something kind of fascinating the other day. That these people from other cultures, their only interaction, right, with Western culture is they watch porn, right? So they just assume that's like an accurate documentation of real life.
Get over here now, you filth. Puppetry Park. The three of you boys. Get the fuck over here now. You smell.
Yeah, again, I just think that's kind of an effective way of dealing with this sort of stuff. Right, I just do. Shall we get to the chat early? That might be good. Hang on one second. Oh, sorry, anti-tree. We didn't do that. Is there anything else to look at? We did the French multiculturalism. We got a bunch of Supergirl stuff. No, I'll wait till I see Supergirl. Right. What else we got? I got a lot of Doctor Who stuff, but I'll wait to do the chat first. Yeah. I mean, stuff that really puts, BBC to shame, right? In many, many ways. It's ridiculous they're using the traditional methods of making TV and cartoons now. It's ridiculous, right? Here, let me put let's put up the come back to the thumbnail. Which I was going to animate. I was like, but what's the point? It basically does everything right there. There we go. Doink. Share screen. Doink. Yes, we got to look at fucking Circuit Breaker. It's a Doctor Who channel. I got to cover it. Oh, fuck you. Oh, it looks shit. It looks really shit. I mean, firstly, it's got the Fugitive Doctor in it, right? I mean, okay, this is just okay. BBC's latest morning idea for Doctor Who arrives with Sound Fury and no. Wait, is this the right one? Oh, it is. Is that the right one? Maybe it is. I can't remember. Right? I can't. It's like nobody fucking cares. It's just everything wrong. It's everything wrong with Doctor Who today and the BBC, quite frankly. So the story state of Doctor Who. Is that if what we do is slightly less shit than the Shooty and Jodie eras, we're a success. I mean, that really is it. That's how low the fucking bar is. I mean, how much lower can you fucking get? I mean, that's where we are. The future of the Bond. Yeah, I am very optimistic about the future Bonds because all the ones that are tipped are white male, essentially, which I guess feels very important for James Bond, right? I'm not saying a black person can't be a kick-ass spy. I'm just saying a black person can't be a white person. Now, in this day and age, I might be wrong, right? Like, a man can be a woman, like whatever, right? But James Bond is a very specific character, like who's very white. I mean, that's the bottom line. He's a very white character. Ghostbusters. Who are you gonna call? Yeah, it's coming back to Netflix next year. Actually, looks pretty darn good. I have to tell you, looks pretty darn good. Turn the AC down a bit schwitzy. In England, you must be jealous. Do that. There you go, doink. Fine. Oh, now I've got a light in my eye. Oh, it's all agita, baby. It's all agita. Man, why does this light get so bright? That's better. So where we at? Atty-Tree is here. Not happy with my cat for destroying said chair. It's fair. It's a fair commentary. Lord Kensington, how you doing, sir? Hello, Rabbi, says Lord Kensington. Over on the Rumbles. Who else we go? Jonathan Cox is here. Graham J is here. How you doing, Graham J? Afternoon, Governor. PD Rich is here. Hell, chat. Hell, PD Rich, how you doing, sir? PD Rich says Valeria all died from the dragon blight because they pissed around with dark magic. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. The dragons are the triplanes of World War One. And the riders are the flying aces. I know they're much more destructive than that. I mean, they are. I think one that. Okay, Game of Thrones seasons. Oh, is he? What's it? Is this on right? Yeah, it is on right. Game of Thrones seasons. After season 5, not good. But there was one bit where the dragons first attack. Let me see if I can find that clip. Hang on. Game. Oh, is there a new Star Trek trailer? No. Of Thrones Dragon Attack. Is this the one? Right. Yeah, I'll show you the bit where they like descend. It's like the dragons and the Dothraki. It's really cool. Again, this is before you realize that Game of Thrones went to shit, right? Sadly. Stop that bloody thing. Okay, download. Click download again. And again. It's opening up new windows. Open up another one. Come on. Copyright content. Oh, get out of here. You pain in the ass. How am I saying? Let me look at my history. Downloader. Because the one I had the other day was is this one? I think this one was really good. Yeah. Okay. But did it download with the audio? I don't know. My guess is not. Let's see. Daisy, what's up, darling?
Fill the gas!
Daisy, no one's there. No one's there, darling. You can chill out.
It's hard!
Yeah, I'm sorry. Game of Thrones is a slightly good show until like the last few seasons. I like to get to hear the Dothraki first. Yeah, well, I don't want to get copyright slapped. This is a particularly good scene. Yeah, that bloke is in freaking everything. There's like two different types of war conflict coming together.
To King's Landing.
I'm not abandoning my army.
You're the commander, not a damn infantryman. Those fuckers are about to swamp us.
We can hold them off.
Okay, this is it. Okay, yeah, to answer the point, I think dragons were much bigger. This is probably one of the best moments in Game of Thrones as it happened. So this is the first time in like 100 years dragons have been seen in combat. It was like, oh, what are we going to do? And then the Dothraki come riding through it. Of course, the dragon can't pick anybody off now. They're all her people away.
Hold the line!
But the kinetic Game of Thrones battle there. Yeah, where they all get up on the back of the All right, she's going after the gold. Anyway, my point is that, hey, let's see if we can find a bit more dragon action. Well, there you go. essentially weapons of mass destruction.
Archers!
Yeah, no, archers, you're not going to do anything. Fuck off. So there you go. Where are we up to? Yeah, okay. Yeah, PD, you said my tangent. But you know what? Well done, sir. Well done. Twats and arse. I don't know what that means, but okay. After 12 years of Alec Peters fucking about and threatening to sue everyone, that is true. I'm happy to see it, right? I am happy to see it. Was that producer Babylon 5 Tolman? I don't think so. Shame half the actors dead. Yeah, they really lost Richard Hatch, didn't they? Right? Richard Hatch was good in all these things. I loved him in Battlestar Galactica, the second one. I'm waiting for Robert Meyer Burnett's critique of it. It's going to be better than anything official that it made in years, right? I forgot to say hello to people. I think I said hello to it. Dracula 2026. This is a film I need to see. Well, the same Bond one. Dr. Nobody voted for me. I miss Yates' Bond. Yeah, well, they got a bit ropey towards the end of Roger Moore. Yes, a mentally ill company wants to ban air conditioning, but France can do a China and ignore the net zero targets. That's why the only country has been glowing red on. I know, it's fucking stupid, right? It is stupid. The show media thinks Joe Martin's the new Doctor. They're fucking, nobody cares. That's the thing. I mean, like, she hasn't hit the national consciousness at all, right? At all. Her character exists in the most shit thing about Doctor Who. I disagree, Crow's Budweiser. I disagree. Her character exists in the second most shit thing of Doctor Who. The most shit thing of Doctor Who is, of course, the Ncuti Gatwa era, right? That is the shittest point. I mean, amazingly, I didn't think it could get worse than Jodie Whittaker, right? Although, after their first two seasons, right, while it wasn't good, and like that, you can't succeed when you're handicapped with a lead like Jodie Whittaker, right? I mean, she was just horribly cast, right? And they were very handicapped with that lead. But the show, well, again, while not being good, managed to be a reasonable pastiche of the Matt Smith era, right? Which to the normie looked pretty good, right? I have to tell you. I mean, I think to the normie looked okay. Oh, I got to say. You're going to put the swing on my air conditioner? Is that it? No. I can't tell. No, I don't want that one on. Oh, I can't stand where they have like extra controls underneath the controls. What do I want? Speed? No. Well, I'm always like a bit of speed. Display, swing spot, silence, on, off, mode. Okay, mode is cool, right? That's got to be the right one. Let's see what speed does. No, it was just doing that before. Health, no, anti-fungus. I like a bit of fungus. Man, there's a lot of buttons there, right? A lot of buttons. Anyway, I digress. I don't mind Joe Martin. At least she has a love for the show. That is true, Anti-Tree. I mean, I don't have any hate for Jodie Whittaker, frankly. She loved the show. She was a great brand ambassador. The only trouble is she was awful in the role, right? Joe Martin is far more successful. And possibly with a different creative team, it could have been workable, right? But I'm sorry. It's just like the doofuses they have making this. Yeah, there's nothing they're going to be able to do, right? On this shoestring budget. Right? It just all looks so shit. Right? It all looks so shit. And again, there's no reason for it to look shit because we have technology now to make things like work easily. I tell you. Anyway, Liam Nielsen's chin is it. I will find you. Whoop, where'd it go? Come back. I will find you and I will kill you. Where are we up to? Fine. Whizzing through there. Oh, what's got up? Nothing personal against Joe Martin, but what good is a Doctor who cannot run down corridors? They would have to write stories where she stands still. It is true, right? Maybe put her in like a Professor X wheelchair. That might do the trick. It went to total shit after the Battles of the Bastards. Yes, I agree with you. But I'm telling you, I mean, like, other than the last few seasons, right? House of Dragon I found very entertaining. And even though it's got a very like kind of feminist, almost I would say, feminist mostly woke subplot, not subplot, core, where you got like these two queens, in the second season anyway, who are at war with each other, and they're being ignored by their they're being ignored by their small councils because they're women, which I think that's kind of an interesting point, right? It tried to turn into The Walking Dead, and it just didn't. Well, Walking Dead was shit. Oh god, I love that until I stopped watching during the Negan War, whatever that was. Just so boring, right? Where are we up to? There's no one's there. Daisy as a serial killer pops up from behind the Rabbi's chair. Last time I saw Toby was in the Transgender Academy. I don't know who Toby is. Okay, I hope you learn a lot. Oh, that way, yeah. Great first season, just killed by Elliot Page. I won't say say any other name, but Elliot Page. They went a bit Joffrey Targaryen. Okay, the thing is, dragons haven't been around for about 100 years, so they don't know how to defend against them. Well, see, that's something else that also annoyed me in House of the Dragon. Right, I remember they had the big like arrow things, right, to called scorpions to take on dragons, but it was intimated they invented them, right? Maybe they found records of them and rebuilt them because they're in House of the Dragon. Right, and again, that does kind of annoy me, but I might be remembering. Hartnell first says Farsight NC1IB. Yes, indeed, Hartnell was the first. Joe Miner may be better than Makuti. I can't even say Makuti Diddley, but she is where canon is destroyed. No, and also she was awful in the role. I mean, she was literally awful in the role. Right, the two backwards. Well, we're going to look at said technology in a minute and how it's putting the BBC to total shame, right? Total shame. Liam says, I kid you not, I started watching the Shakespeare Code and did not plan to watch the whole thing, but damn it if I couldn't stop watching. We need that level of the story. You're absolutely right. And I'm sorry to say, I've been trying to get through the latest War Doctor release, and I can never get to the third disc because I'm just bored, right? It's not really engaging me at all. I knew Davis would be a disaster. He called Chibnall his hero and said the convention that DEI needed to be doubled down on. Well, that's what he did, El Schmucko, right? That's what he did, and it destroyed it. It made it even worse, right? It made it even worse. Anyway, I've found some new AI things, and they're very, very impressive, right? They're very, very impressive. Where to start with? Well, let's start with this, which is a trailer for the Christmas special that didn't happen. This is all by the same people. Actually, I have to find his YouTube channel in a second.
Answers were always with Gallifrey.
And AI Jodie Whittaker is more convincing as a doctor than real Jodie Whittaker. This was a trailer for World War Dalek. I kind of like that when you take on the TARDIS, right? Like mixing the shooting one and the tenant one.
Contact! All right, run!
I'm one of the few people who actually like the Cybermen Time Lord things. I mean, there's a lot of work they've put in it, but I'm just not going to like. I can't imagine one because it's Jodie Whittaker. Honestly, it makes sense that if they made it, it'll be Jodie Whittaker because they couldn't get anybody else.
We play the contest again, Fenric.
I honestly, it's probably better than anything that we would have got. I'm just telling the truth when I say women as the Doctor doesn't present the same type of threat on screen. 100% true. There's 100% true. There's no gravitas. The Doctor must pose a threat to the monsters. You see, I think that's possible with the right actress, but I think it's not possible now after 10 years of bullshit. Right? I just think if you have the right actress, here's the thing: it's a masculine role. Whoever plays, it's a masculine role. But yeah, I think the idea of a female Doctor has been totally destroyed, hasn't it? Anyway, what else we have? Oh yeah, so this guy also playing around with. Let me find his YouTube channel. 1 second. Is this it? Oh, no, I gotta go back. Where is it? I just found. I was just looking at it. Where'd he go? Is this the one? There you go. I found his channel. A different lens. He's got quite a lot of cool stuff in it. So he was experimenting with an animation. I don't know what he wants to play. Okay, I got it to stop. Whatever that was weird. Here, this is his YouTube channel. Fast like, yeah, regeneration doesn't allow gender swapping, and they actually leaned into that with Missy when the Doctor couldn't recognize Missy as the Master, right? Because nobody gender swapped until that moment. Really, I think maybe Missy broke reality. In more ways than one. Anyway. So yeah, he was playing around with doing like the Lost Stories animation type thing for the Nightmare Fair with the toy maker. So let's have a look. I think he did quite well, frankly. Oh, my mistake. It's better by a long way than the BBC animation. Like, again, why don't they do this? Fuckwits. Right? Because they are funkwits. And this is much longer. So I'm not sure we're going to watch the whole thing. But this is his adaptation of... was it one of the BBC books or the Virgin books, I think? 1 second. Dr. Incarnate. The Matrix. I'm not sure. It was either... who was it by? Here, we'll find out. So let's play this. But this is very impressive. I would have gone for the McGann theme music myself if we doing New Adventures. And I would have ditched that logo. And look at it again. This is easily as good as Underwater Menace. Better, in fact. Not Underwater Menace. What's that one? Oh, the early Troughton one. Was that the Underwater Menace? No. I'll look it up in a minute. It was awful anyway. This is very effective. I really do.
Professor, are you all right? You've been here ages.
And the voice work's not perfect by a long way. I mean, but it's not bad.
I'm with the dead. I'm among friends. When I was a boy, I used to visit the sea. Just sit there, watching and listening. I used to think you could hear them whispering to you from the waves. The dead are very important to Time Lords. They are always with you. More...
Yeah, again, this puts the BBC animation to the Lost Stories animation saying, 1 second, Matrix by Mike Tucker. Oh, this was one of the what's it called again? This was one of the BBC range. When did this come out? No, 1888. No. It came out in 1998. Right? Who wrote it? Oh yeah. So right. Yeah. Unfortunately, this is when Virgin had already lost the license.
So than the living, we preserve the minds of our dead.
Professor, what's brought all this on?
Susan.
Susan? Susan? Who's Susan? Professor, what are you talking about?
There was a Susan once, you know? She used to travel with me just like you. She used to call me grandfather.
That's a good McCoy voice.
She's out there now.
She's dead?
Dead. Gone. What's the difference? She left me a long time ago. You have to know when to let go, you see. You will leave me too before very long.
But I don't want to go.
Again, why is anybody animating stuff traditionally? This is ridiculous.
A little longer then, eh?
Oh, thank God something's actually happening at last.
Ace, stay with me!
They just literally ran around in a circle.
Get back to the TARDIS. I'll try and head it off.
We need some more footage of them climbing the mountains, climbing the cliff. Like starting the climb. I like the monsters though. They're coming out nicely. I wish somebody could take like Judge Dredd from 2000 AD and animate it, like especially the ones that had the audio adaptations done. Like Slain, Horn God had a good audio adaptation. Take the artwork by Simon Bisley and animate it, and you got like 10 out of 10. I mean, it is slightly better than the Lost Stories animations. So Missing Episodes animations. Like, I like seeing animation done to some of the Big Finish Virgin book adaptations. It needs to move a bit quicker. It's a bit dull. Again, the quality of the animation is excellent. Is he back at what's his name? Is that Rutan story? Horror. Is he back at Fang Rock? Yeah, I find that really excellent. This animation. You didn't really get stressed with my Sophie Aldred. Animation is by Sedence 2.0, 11 Lab. Again, look, this is where fandom is now. And everything's been destroyed by the people who own these things, and they've this is just far superior, right? It really is just wildly superior. I'll tell you. I don't want to tell you. Anyway, let's start looking at Doctor Who news. Shall we have to look at Circuit fucking Breaker? I'll tell you what. Here, let me show you my Amazon basket. I'm doing a bit of retail therapy as soon as I get divorced, right? Because again, I'm coming into a bit of money because of it. So I'm catching up on. A bunch of stuff I always wanted to buy, but missed out on. 1 second, share screen. So hopefully this will be here in the next couple of weeks. I didn't know that there was a final part of Jupiter's Legacy. I'll go for that. Letter 44 Companion. That's a really good comic by Charles Soule. It's a really, really good comic, right? And Picard season 3, the only one worth watching. In fact, avoid the other two. Yeah, no, I feel that needs a physical media, as does Wolverine, Deadpool Wolverine, as does Planet the Apes, Kingdom Planet the Apes. Kill or Be Killed. Love a bit of Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. I'm getting all the Rogue Trooper books, and they're doing this definitive slate. This is what I'm excited for. Dice Man. Oh, I used to love this. It comes in a hardback. I am looking forward to that. A couple of Judge Dredd book, A Penitent Man. And Control. Again, why don't they take those and animate it? Shakara! I love Shakara completely. It's one of my full-time faves. It's really good. Road Trip, a couple of original graphic novels, and we got the definitive Slain collection and the definitive Nemesis collection and Slain the Horn God oversized one. That's my shopping coming up, right? I think that's more interesting than talk about Code fucking Breaker. You notice there's nothing Code Breaker related to any of this bollocks, right? Nothing Code Breaker related at all. There we are. Go over there and click this. Click that. Okay. Where are we going to go to first? I've got a whole bunch of pages open here. No, not that one. No. Maybe. No. Is this the one? Here, 1 second. Let's go from Bleeding Court, I guess. Hang on. Is this... Oh, wait. It's... Circuit Breaker Primer. No, I don't want that. I don't really want Circuit Breaker, quite frankly. Okay, share screen. Circuit Breaker, Dr. Circuit Breaker, Chapter 1. Dr. Breaker, Chapter 1, Calling the Doctor. Really? Well, how do you end up with this one then, right? I honestly, who's paying for any of this? Okay, BBC Studios multi-platform adventure Circuit Breaker is officially underway with the future Doctor, Joe Martin, taking on the Dalek Cybermen Sontarans and a rogue Weeping Angel. Well, they're all bloody rogue, aren't they? And a big bad that's hiding in the shadows to save the very fabric of reality from being torn apart. Helping to save the on the unit side is none other than the newly appointed head of the Black Archive, Petronella Osgood. Okay, they got Indigo Oliver back. She must have been relatively cheap. And Assistant Andrew, Amari Douglas. But the fugitive Doctor wasn't on Osgood's radar. Yeah, because she's not the Doctor. And she's definitely unlike any Doctor she's met before. With that in mind, the first chapter of Calling the Doctor is now live. And here are the excerpts. Where is this? If I open this up, will it take me to Calling the Doctor? Is this free? Sign in with your BBC account. I don't want to do any of this shit. Really? I don't. No. Fine, we'll just read this then. From Black Archive Tower, UK, Calling the Doctor from the desk of Petronella Osgood, the Black Archives from a couple of days ago. Instructed below is a full account of the Doctor, the fugitive to help us. I have listed transcripts from my private conversation, CCTV recordings and comms. I like the idea of generating a story from like found footage. I think that's kind of a fun idea, and like creating that. Oh, see, that's a much more interesting story. Doctor Who Sherlock crossover. Stephen Moffat and White didn't happen. That's a big mistake, if you ask me. What are we up to? As instructed below. I mean, that really would have been good, wouldn't it? As instructed below, the four. I mean, what a great Christmas special. You that would be Capaldi and Cumberbatch as the Doctor. That would do well, right? I think that would do absolutely well. 1 second. What happened to Malcolm and Unit? They couldn't afford him again, Robert Payne. He was only there at one time, sadly. Circuit breaker intel. What you need to know. In the depths of Unit's most secure facility, the Black Archives, familiar objects have been pulled through time and space, surrounded by a dangerous energy signature threatening to tear reality apart. With time running out, the newly appointed head of the Black Archive, Osgood, Andrew turned the only person that can help, the Doctor. This is no ordinary crisis. No, it's a very, very ordinary crisis. And the Time Lord, and not the Time Lord familiar with, as the Doctor confronts her most infamous enemies, Dalek, Cybermen, Centauran, Reaping English, she's forced to complete a mission with an insidious presence lurking in the shadows. Okay, is it Jodie Whittaker? The secrets begin to surface, trusting Unit and Doctor begins to erode, as those who idolize her start to question if she is really the Time Lord they thought. No, she's not. She's not. I'm sorry. Oh, July 8th, Adversary of the Dalek. It just all sounds shit, doesn't it? What's this? Calling the Doctor on the Unit website. So then you've got a comic coming up, Honourable Side, there's a Doctor Who magazine, audio. I mean, did anybody buy any of this? I mean, honestly, I don't think they are they? Yeah. Let's look this up. Go X. Let's see what happens when we do such a circuit breaker. Circuit breaker. Like, is there any engagement at all? Not really. It's just people slagging it off, right? Is calling the Doctor a strong start to circuit breaker event? No, I don't think it is, right? Yeah, look, no one's excited about this. Oh, I could have used this earlier. That's really annoying. I had to use AI to clean up that thumbnail. Right? Oh, that's really annoying. Never mind. It's really a non-event. Right? It's really totally a non-event. Let's see what she has to say. Hang on. Let's download this video. Now I've got to use an X video down. Is there anything new up there? Oh, God. It's just like, stop with the fucking drag queens, you fucking weirdos. I'm really genuine. Just stop with the drag queens. I don't know. I just don't know why they're addicted to drag queens. Gotta have more drag queens. Hey, let's see what she has to say.
Osgood brings out the best in me. Who is the fugitive Doctor? She's an unstoppable force of nature. She'll get...
No, she's not. She's not, darling. She's an angry black woman with a gun, right? She's not. No.
Get her hands dirty. She knows how to fight. If the...
Yes, that's such a doctorish trait, isn't it?
Fugitive Doctor had one rule to live by. Everything has to be fair. Treat others as you'd like to be treated yourself.
Yeah, except if they're white and straight, then, or they voted Brexit, or they like Donald Trump. Oh no, treat them differently.
Do we find the Fugitive Doctor emotionally at the start of Circuit Breaker?
Okay, when have you ever asked yourself about Tom Baker? Where do you find the Doctor emotionally at the start of The Talons of Wing Chiang? You don't do that, do you? No.
Losing the name, she's on the run, and all of a sudden Osgood pops up, and it's a kind of, feels like a fly in the ointment to her, because it's like, no, I haven't got time for this, but she soon jumps on board. She's such a lone wolf, she really is, but I think having some support...
No, Christopher Eccleston's Doctor is. You're not.
Or someone to bounce off of, I think it's good for her. What is the hardest thing the Doctor has to confront about herself in Circuit Breaker? Osgood. I think she doubts my Doctor. That makes my Doctor feel a little bit vulnerable, that she has to question herself. When you have to start...
all doubt your Doctor, right? For good fucking reason. Because you're not the Doctor, right? You can't. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a dick to you. And look, hands down, you're better than Jodie Whittaker. You're better than Judy Gatwa. I'm not arguing about that. But you're just not the fucking Doctor. Right? You have no clue what the Doctor is. But then again, nobody has to confidence more of a lone wolf than she is. That's
question yourself, you lose confidence. And it takes a lot of work to get back to being who we know and love, the Fugitive Doctor, who's so decisive and makes decisions and she drives things through.
She's decisive and she makes decisions, right? That's the level of discourse we're up to now. She's decisive and she makes decisions. Oh, yes. Yeah, it does both of those things, right? All at once. Walks and talks.
But there are moments in this story when, she does doubt herself, thanks to Osgood. I suppose there's also, she has this regret of something that didn't quite go her way, and she wishes she could go back and redo it, but she can't at this point.
I mean, again, this is so not Doctor Who, right? This is just not the character of the Doctor.
What does Osgood bring out of the Fugitive Doctor? She brings a new energy that I'm not used to, this character. I'm not used to someone challenging me, and I think that's a good thing. It brings out, I suppose, the best in me. I can't believe I'm saying this. Osgood brings out the best in me.
Oh, God, I hope they're using AI for at least that much. It's better than Doomsday, okay? That's fair. And again, fair play to her. She loves the role. She loves being, it.
A massive journey. And it goes here and it goes there. I'm not giving anything away. The fans,
because no one's interested. You can give away the whole thing and no one gives a shit.
There, I'm not giving anything away. The fans, they really deserve a treat like this.
We don't want it. It's shit.
Circuit Breaker is a story about the fugitive Doctor who gets brought into unit to investigate.
Now, this woman, I believe, is to be the ultimate diversity hire.
The appearances of these strange objects that are just appearing in the Black Archive and seem to be attached to a strange energy signature that nobody can really work out. But the hope is that the Fugitive Doctor will be able to replace all the objects back into the time from whence they came and save the day.
Yeah, the Fugitive Doctor is the best for every story. Let's face facts. She knows what to do at any given situation. She's just on it.
She's a bit of an unknown quantity. Her identity and her memories are hazy, and we follow her on this really incredible adventure as she, has to dig deep, but also look around and travel through the universe to figure out who she actually is.
She goes from being very reluctant and kind of a bit annoyed really because they're kind of putting her off her journey as she...
Of course, that's the one note character. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. Okay, one's good for you. For you and what documents. Okay.
She realizes how important this mission is. She starts to kind of enjoy it. So she's from reluctant to gun-ho, let's go.
Yeah. It looks shit. I'm sorry. It looks absolutely shit. Yes, it does. It did. Let's look shit. Where should we read it? Should we look at... Let's go to Doctor Who magazine. Yeah, and let's see how much we can read of Esme Jamiki Pearson. All right? Again, it just seems like... I mean, look at these two. Oh, my God. Do you think he's gay? Well, does he have a job? So, yeah, he probably is. Right. As Circuit Breaker, the mixed media series starring Joe Martin as the Fugitive Doctor, launches across the digital comics, magazines, books, audio, and games. We were lucky enough to track down people at the heart of this ambitious story arc. Okay. Doctor Who brand manager James Page is hot and sweaty, having just completed a London marathon. I don't care. And author Esme Jamiki Pearson is just the opposite. Cool, calm, and collected. Well, of course she is. How did Circuit Breaker come to be? Some same reason they asked her to write it. Who knows? What were the sparks that gave life, and how did James and Esme join forces to bring the world like multimedia? What? Bring it to the world like multimedia. Midwives? Oh, okay, fine. So, look, come back. I mean, again, nobody's going to want to buy these books. I mean, maybe this one that isn't the Doctor Who one. Good luck for you there. James stretches in an effort to relieve his cramping muscles. Last time we launched the in-universe website, Unit HQ at San Diego Comic-Con. Yes, it was a non-event that nobody cared about. We were photographing some props we had in the warehouse to start populating the Unit Black Archive online. There, when we had all these handwritten messages on Patreon Osgood, we thought it'd be cool to do a wider story now that we've got this on-live in-universe experience that plays. Does this have any engagement? Right? That plays with the Black Archive. So we had this initial idea of things infiltrating the Black Archive. That was a basic premise. And when Esme was recruited, I had worked with Esme on a brilliant novelization of Church on Ruby Road. Look, again, it's a failed era. It's a totally failed era, right? It's shit beyond shit, mate. It's not good. And then the other things she had done, like the Moon Cruise for Penguin Roundhouse, 15th Doctor Adventure, just blew me away. Right. And she was so diverse. Oh. So when Circuit Breaker came out, I immediately knew who I wanted to work with. Vanessa Hamilton, my boss at the time, was always singing Esme's praises too, because they had already worked together. Again, she might be great, but as we live in the age of DEI, I don't believe you. Right? I don't believe you. That's right, Esme recalls. That was a few years ago, just after COVID. There was another Doctor Who project being discussed, and they brought in a group of writers, and it was a lot of fun playing through the Doctor Who sandbox. Get out the fucking sandbox. Probably peered it, all right? So even though the project didn't get off the ground, I was like, if everything else comes up, please bear in mind, well, of course she's going to do that. So when James asked me if I wanted, obviously it was something that got cancelled because Doctor Who was doing too badly, right? So when James wanted me to come on board for Circuit Breaker, I couldn't say yes fast enough. It sounded like a great project, even in those early years before it had a proper name. The name's still shit, darling. Right? The name is still shit. Circuit Breaker is just, oh, God. Circuit Breaker is nothing to the public. So how many Doctor Who fans are going to pay $8.99 for this issue of Doctor Who magazine? Not many. Doctor Who magazine is too expensive to indulge on pap like this. Well, I understand why they have to make this feature, right? This is like, the main thing they have going on, which is the problem with Doctor fucking Who. So we were coming up with the plot. Esme pitched the name because we were thinking of an idea of all these Black Archives items being linked to in a component of a circuit. Hey, shall we make these all component of a circuit? Yeah, we can call it Circuit Breaker. Oh, that's how the fucking conversation went. Right? That's how the conversation... Oh, God, that's so As we elaborate further, we were brainstorming about all those items linked together or events. Okay, that's not a fucking story. You know, this is the problem with writing today, right? You have to have a central fucking idea, something you want to communicate to the world, right? Don't start with, oh, let's get a Dalek gun and a Cyberman head, all right? Like, fuck you. Have an idea, you dumb fucking useless fucks. Oh, and I only say that because I'm so fond of you. We're racing about all these items that link, blah, blah, blah. Then I thought of how the future Doctor is a kind of rule breaker. You mean she's not like Doctor Who? So I thought of her as a circuit breaker. She's the one who has to break the circuit. It's part of the tension of the whole story, how she comes up and shakes everything up. And how she handles things differently to the way other Doctors do. Maybe Doctor Who fans want to see something like the Doctor, right? Oh, no, let's do something not like the Doctor. Why? Oh, people are bored with it. It doesn't have the modern audience. Well, the modern audience doesn't fucking exist. One second. Message. I now just lost my place. We were brainstorming about all these items linked to blah blah blah. A future Doctor as a circuit breaker. So she's the one who has to break the circuit. Tension of the story. There's no fucking story. We really needed a rule breaker. I mean, the Doctor is the ultimate rule breaker. And she's perfect for that. What, Tom Baker's not? Josh McCoy's not? It's okay. Yes, definitely. Was this always going to be a future Doctor story? Yes, definitely, says James. I think there are a few characters in Doctor Who history that fans want to see more of. No! What? I mean, what the fuck? No. Look, Big Finish made 2 box sets of the future of Doctor. There's not a third one announced. Does that give you an indication that people aren't that fucking interested? Right? Does it maybe? Okay, one second. Yes, definitely. I think there are a few. Big Finish has been doing some amazing stories with her, and they stopped. The future Doctor is so badass, right? No, nobody wants to know, right? Nobody wants to know. We're on agreement here. No, we're not. Now Esme, apart from a Doctor Who novel, she's also the author of A Principal Moments, a novel packed with fun characters and terrific dialogue. What is her role in Circuit Breaker exactly? Writing? It's quite complicated and quite unconventional, really, says Esme. I mean, I've storyboarded things on a small scale, but this was really an ambitious project. So my role, I mean, it's good to have somebody like in charge, like, of the central story. Just she's the wrong person. Storyboarded things on a small scale. So my role, along with James, was finding a way to include all these objects and all these characters working on the premise upwards to see how it would play out. God, this sounds really bad. Right? A lot of it was just me and James in a room throwing ideas back and forth and building out a plot out of these different moving. Again, there's no plot. This is just content. We had a lot to balance because we wanted to give the future Doctor a character. I mean, look, you've got woke writers who've got like Paul Cornell. When you get him, we had a lot to balance because we wanted to give the future Doctor character art. Again, no, the villains fans haven't seen before. Okay, and lots of million things to balance it all out. We wanted then to tell the story across all different media and figure out how it could be done. At the early stages, when we were working on the skeleton of the whole thing and breaking into chapters, we didn't know which licenses will pick up which stories. We were like, would this work best in prose or a comic? and that none of it works anywhere, right? Again, I'll review the Doctor Who magazine comic strip, right? And then we thought that if we would be, they thought it would be great if they could be done on an audio adventure as some which might not have translated so well into a game format. On top of all that, we had to make sure that each story was more or less self-contained, but also that if you're a fan, you would want to check out. No one wants to check this out in any way, right? It just no one's interested, right? No one's interested in me. I want to check it out in other formats and other chapters. I think we've achieved that pretty well. Now, again, you've done a what's the word I would say? Logistic job, not creative job, right? I think we've achieved it pretty well. You can read just one chapter of a story and enjoy that, but I don't think if you try and read and listen to all of it, there will be so much more to enjoy, and it will be even more rewarding. Circuit Breaker on, yeah, that's next week in next month of Doctor Who magazine. And if you want more content and extra stories, I'll definitely log into Unit HQ website where we'll be dropping even more weekly, more material. Again, I just wish this wasn't shit. I mean, God bless them for all the energy they're putting into it. I just wish it wasn't shit. Are both Esme and James fully looped in on all the different media chapters? Esme expected to put the responsibility for on this project on James's shoulders. In terms of project managing, James does most of that. He's definitely the mastermind behind the entire operation. But then we need to workshop every story. Wait, at least a couple of kids don't know what they're doing. Or something we do together. I think James has given some great edits and really. So he's like the producer, you're the writer. Okay. Just in case we feel something needs underlining or more heavily or emphasized more strongly. And then I'm writing 2 smaller projects which kind of act as a connective tissue between everything else. Well, again, I mean, that's the way this is supposed to be done. But that's not. It's like basing it around the most fundamentally unpopular character ever, right? Esme has written one project for the website that kicks everything off. This kind of shows the initial events unfolding when the objects start appearing in the Black Archives. It's in a dossier from Osgood. Yeah, I know. I think where did I see that? Oh, it was on Facebook. I hate it. Can you find the movies that you save on Facebook? I don't know. Okay. Now I've lost my place again. James has one of the first challenges I set Esme was that we really need to look in universe and feel that we're looking at, say, deaths of Osgood and a new character Andrew, who acts as Osgood. Again, this is so dull, right? I'm sorry, God, it's boring. Oh, we're gonna make it look like real deaths in a real universe because anything else might be a bit too exciting. But then we have a second piece, which is more of a traditional story with a weeping angel. As a weeping angel story saying, don't blink, really. How long will it take you to come up with that title? Will appear online midway through the Circuit Breaker story arc. I'm really looking forward to that one, says Esme. It's quite, I mean, again, if she was a popular, good writer, then this would be working, but she's not. So it's quite a dramatic one, and it represents a real turning point in the whole storyline. What have been the biggest challenges in getting Circuit Breaker off the ground? James thinks about this. There have been quite a few, but I suppose it is making sure that the overall story or plot of Circuit Breaker follows on and makes sense. So you see all the projects, but at the same time, it's important to let all the partners write something fun, exciting. So you say that every transmedia event, and it always fails, right? They're always terrible. It's been incredibly collaborative between the partners. What we did, I mean, again, the Doomsday was just awful, but the Time of Victorious, again, was just too weak. They didn't control the story enough, so at least they're doing the right thing here. But what we did at the beginning was come up with an overarching story. Then SD came up came up with a pack for all our partners to break it all down into individual segments and chapters. Of course, we tweaked things a little since then, when people have come back with additional different ideas or changing certain things. But overall, we stuck to the initial plan, a template. Again, that's really, you didn't get the feeling with that Time Lord Victorious at all. Because everything was going in different directions. It's been lovely, says James. Oh, lovely. Hang on. Where is it? It's been lovely, St. James. It's been super collaborative and super helpful. You know, when we get the scripts in for, say, Doctor Who magazines or Titan Books or Big Finish, we have to go to our partners and say, along the lines of, could you put this in, please? Or would you mind changing this bit, please? Because somebody else has done such and such in the project. And we're like, and we really like it, but it means you have to do this. Everyone gives a lot more understanding. Okay, well, this is just collaborative. Okay, fine. This is actually good, right? On a big project. But again, like the substance of it is so lacking, right? So incredibly lacking. Everyone gives you a lot of understanding when we have notes on a big project like this, because they can see how many moving parts there are, or maybe they just don't give a shit. And what it is, you are both looking forward to as Circuit Breaker unfolds. Well, what you both looking forward to Circuit Breaker unfolds? Oh, mate, get that earring off. You look like a twat, right? It ending. I think they'll probably... no one's going to remember this 10 minutes after it's over. I think we'll probably both say the same thing, says Esme. I think it's about discovering more about the Fugitive Doctor. Nobody cares. Right? Nobody cares. Generally, Big Finish haven't announced box set 3, and box set 2 was a year ago. So, doesn't sound so good. And then the villain reveal too. The villain reveal is really interesting, because I think so much of their backstory is how the wounds that give us the wounds that life give us really fester, and when they come out in hate and anger, we have to give to others. How it becomes a circle or a circle, or how that circuit or a circle can be broken. I think that's going to be a shocking and rewarding part of the story. James does have a different point of view. Okay, so what's his point of view? I was going to say something similar, but I'm really excited to bring back Osgood. She's been promoted to the head of the Black Archive. I just think these seems like old, tired ideas. I mean, that's really what it just seems like, old and tired ideas. And obviously, Osgood idolizes the Doctor, but now she's confronted with a version of Doctor that she doesn't recognize. Nobody does. Nobody recognizes her as a Doctor. And she cannot idolize, because she's not the fucking Doctor, because if you does things so differently from every other incarnation. Again, not recognizably the Doctor at all, is she then? So I think the most exciting thing is for people to see Osgood being challenged. What's this? Fine. And then in terms of the effect she has on the Doctor too, she gets them to start reflecting on and maybe doing things differently, because they're putting her on this pedestal that she doesn't believe she can achieve. Probably can't. Esme and James have had one aspect of Circuit Breaker that they love. It's Andrew, says Esme. He's like Oscar's assistant. He acts as a kind of foil for Joe's Fugitive Doctor, because he's a really sweet guy. Yes, James agreed. He's very much like Osgood in that he's always wanted to meet the Doctor. Oh, God. So you're ripping off the character that's actually in the story. Okay. And finally, again, this is what talentless people do. Right? And it is talentless. This is awful. And finally, they will do it again in spite of the perceived stress factors. They finally say, yes, definitely, we like the money. We love to tell more Fugitive Doctor stories, says Esme. Well, nobody wants to pay you for them, right? Yes, me and Esme are Joe Martin's biggest fans. Okay, maybe you shouldn't be in charge of Doctor Who then. I mean, she's even writing a book for this. Every time we send her a piece of artwork, she's so excited by it. We predict plenty more excitement and joy in the months to come. I don't predict that at all. I don't predict that at all. Okay, I got a lawyer WhatsApping me about my divorce. I got to go and deal with them, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to head off in the sunset a little bit earlier than I planned. I'm terribly sorry. I'm going to hit the end broadcast button. I'm going to hit it again. Say